Yo, what's up guys? Andy here, back with another video. Today we're talking about Sync Network and their crypto bonds, and I'm going to show you a bond that they gave me for free that's worth over $7,500. Okay, so here we are on Sync Network website. We're going to go through this a little bit, talk about exactly what it is, and then I'll show you a bond that they gave me. So Sync Network has a token called Sync that runs on Ethereum, and they ultimately allow you to create these crypto bonds that come in the form of an NFT. Now, when most people think of an NFT, they just think of a digital artwork, but Sync bonds are much more than a digital artwork. When you create the bond, it does give you a unique digital artwork done through an algorithm, and they come in 4 different rarities. They have different characters, very unique characteristics. Like on this one, you can get a Mike Tyson tattoo on some of the characters, so you can get some crazy rare artworks, but it's really the magic that's happening behind the artwork in that NFT. What most people don't know is that with an NFT, you can pack a lot of stuff inside this NFT. You can put tokens, liquidity, data, assets, information, all kinds of stuff in this NFT. But most NFTs just aren't taking advantage of that. It's just a flat digital artwork, and that's really how Sync Network is changing the game. They've got these NFTs packed with all types of useful stuff. There's lots of substance and actual value in the Sync Bond NFTs, so we're going to talk about that. So basically, this is the big thing right here, introducing tradable locked liquidity NFTs. So about a year ago, we started to see these exchanges like Uniswap. And what Uniswap is a one-click exchange. You can see right here, you just click the swap button. Rather than traditional exchanges where there's an order book, you place, buy, and sell orders. With these exchanges, you just click swap, and it's all based on liquidity. So what liquidity is taking 2 tokens. For this example, we're going to use Ethereum and Sync. So you have Ethereum, you have Sync. You put those together to create a liquidity pair, and you'll actually get what's called an LPT, a liquidity pair token that represents your amount of liquidity that you've added to the liquidity pool. So all of these tokens on here have liquidity pairs, and that's how they're traded on Uniswap. So when we talk about liquidity, like the more liquidity that something has, the more stable that token is. You know, if this has $5 million of liquidity, when someone buys or sells, you know, it's not going to move the price that much. But if something only has $100 of liquidity, if there's a big buy, you know, it's going to go up a lot. If there's a big sell, it's going to go down a lot. So liquidity really helps stabilize the price. And the benefit of adding liquidity, like if I want to take my Sync tokens in Ethereum and add liquidity, is that I'm going to own a portion of the liquidity pool. Then whenever someone swaps, you can see that there's a fee right here. So those fees go to the liquidity providers. So if I provide liquidity, I can earn money. So that's the big idea with liquidity in these one-click exchanges. It also provides legitimacy for tokens. You know, if they have a lot of liquidity, you can tell that's a pretty legit token. However, there has become lots of issues with this style of token. You know, people will launch tokens, they'll add a ton of liquidity, they'll say it's good, and people will buy it up, and then they remove the liquidity, which is called a rug in the crypto space if you want to research that. And then there's no liquidity left, and people sell, and the token price tanks, and it's a really bad outcome for a lot of people. So Sync Network and Sync Bonds also help solve that solution, because with the liquidity, if you ever want to exit your position, you have to remove your liquidity and then sell the tokens or whatever you want to do. But with Sync Bonds, they basically made it so you can take your liquidity, add that into a bond, and then you're going to be able to trade your liquidity rather than remove that liquidity and potentially affect your token. I think I just said liquidity about 1,000 times, but I hope that makes sense. So Sync is more of a partner in the crypto and DeFi space. They're not necessarily competing against one. They're partnering and helping out a lot of these different platforms. So that's another thing that I like about it. They're saying, okay, how can we provide a tool, something that everybody needs, rather than compete with what's out there? So you can come through their site, see a lot more information. Let's dive into the actual crypto bond creation, what's in a bond, how that all works. Okay, so you can come to their dashboard here, which is app.syncbond.com. Right here, we're on the bond builder. So you can use this interface to create your own bonds. You know, you can go through the process, add liquidity, create bond. I think even in their Discord and Telegram, if you use gas fees to like create this, they'll reimburse those. So that's something to look into as well. So here's all of the tokens that they currently support, and they're always adding new ones. So if you have a token in mind or a partnership in mind, maybe reach out to the team. They also have this govern section, so you can come here and create proposals as well. But how it works, you have your liquidity pair token, you have sync tokens. So you need an equal amount of sync tokens to pair with your liquidity, and we're gonna put those together, but there's some options. You can choose anywhere from 90 days to 3 years. You can also choose if you want dividends within that time period, and it's gonna give you a rate based on all those options that you choose. We'll get into the rewards in a second, but basically 286% over 3 years. You're gonna get 286% on the sync tokens that you provide. You're a 286% yield on those. So it's a very good return. So we have our LPT, our sync tokens, bond those together, bam. And then along with that is an algorithm that puts that unique artwork on your bond. So then we have our bond. Let's just go to the dashboard here. We'll click on the most recent bond so you guys can see what this is. So this is the unique artwork that was algorithmically created. There's different characters, different scenes in the background. We can see right here, this is a rare bond. If you get epic or legendary, you can see some cool stuff like the Mike Tyson tattoo on the face that I showed earlier. But yeah, lots of interesting stuff can happen in that algorithmic art creation. Well, let's take a look at what we have here. We have our ETH Sync LPT, our 36,000 sync tokens to match that. Put it together, put this artwork on top of it, and that's our bond right there. This one lasts for 3 years. It will yield 286%. We can see the LPT value at maturity. It's about the same right now. We can see the sync value at maturity. It will gain about 293%, and the total value at maturity up about 147%. Remember, at maturity is in 3 years. So in 3 years time, this will be the value. So pretty dope stuff that they're doing. Let's go back to the dashboard here. We can see there's currently $2.75 million bonded, 132 million sync tokens out there. 34 million have been burnt. So when a bond is created, those sync tokens are burnt, but then when the bond is ended, those sync tokens are reminted. So the supply will probably stay around 132 million. You know, it can go up or down a little bit, but that's about the supply. About 1,300 total bonds. 1,075 of those are simple crypto bonds, and 227 of those are periodic bonds, which will pay dividends. If you choose to get dividends, you're gonna get like a lower yield, but then you're also getting dividends. So those are really all just options that you can decide on yourself. So I hope I'm doing a good job explaining this. Let's take a look at the bond that Sync actually gave me. Okay, so here is a bond that Sync Network gave me. They do live streams regularly on Twitch. I got this one about 90 days ago. You can see it matures, or the bond ends on March 14th. It's currently March 13th. Here's the details on the bond, insane stuff. If you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted every live stream. So you could have been in there as well and won this absolutely free. The live streams were like 30 minutes, so you just sit there for 30 minutes and you had like 1 in 30 chance to win this. So if you're not following me on Twitter, I'm just saying, tweet some good stuff sometimes. So maybe consider that, I don't know. But this was around $400 when they gave it to me. I forgot I had this. This is the screenshot from when they gave this to me. It was worth $456. Currently worth $7,866. So the LPT has gone up 872%. My sync tokens have gone up 2,537%. Overall, 1,700% gain. Absolutely insane stuff. I'm so grateful for this bond and the sync token, being a part of this project. I'm not paid for this video. I'm not a part of the team in any way. It's just one that I'm excited about, I'm passionate about. And I think they're doing really amazing work. But yeah, that's it. That's Sync Network and crypto bonds in a nutshell. I hope I explained this well. I know it's very hard to grasp, especially at first. It's very big brain stuff. It took me so long to even comprehend it the slightest. And I know they're still working on stuff. They're still working on partnerships. They're working on a lending platform where you'll be able to lend against your bonds or lend out your bonds, something like that. I haven't read up on it. So that could be very exciting news as well. Potentially bigger than anything that they've created so far. So yeah, Sync Bond, check it out. This is not me advising to buy Sync or anything like that. I own Sync, I own bonds, which you guys see. Do your own research, make your own decisions. I'm just showing my experience in the crypto space. So yeah, hope you found it helpful. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.
Okay. Don't blame your problems on the past.